In last week's video, talked about composition, specifically leading lines. I was participating in a photo quest with Shutterroby. If you missed that video, you don't know what Shutterroby is, definitely check out this link in the upper right-hand corner. In today's video, I want to continue with the theme of composition, but instead of talking about leading lines, I want to talk about framing, specifically the rule of thirds. And I'm going to also talk about something that you might not be aware of, which is the golden ratio and also the golden spiral. I say that you might not have known about this because I never knew about it until I started doing some research after learning about it. Back in my day, when I did my 2-year college degree in photography, this was way back in 1979, not to date myself, but the world was still black and white. I never heard of the golden ratio or the golden spiral. I did hear about leading lines. I was aware of that, but I wasn't aware of those other terms. And the thing is about these rules of framing, I hate to use the word rules, but the thing is, I think we need to understand rules in order to break them with purpose. And what I mean by that is I'm somebody that breaks the rules all the time. For example, I shoot intentional camera movement and multiple exposures, which often creates that blurriness. And one may look at that and say, hey, the rule is to take sharp pictures. These are not sharp, they're blurry. But the thing is that is done on purpose, and I know the rules. And so I want you to understand that these rules are not set in stone, but rather they're just something that I want you to understand with your photography. Now, the other thing too is I'm going to also break another little bit of rule, because often people will sit there and say, well, you shouldn't be manipulating photos in Lightroom or Photoshop. But I'm going to show you that I think that's completely okay. Imagine that you're out and you're actually trying to follow one of these framing rules, and you take the picture and then you get back and you say, it's a little bit off, and you want to go ahead and make that adjustment. Or maybe you took a picture without even thinking about the framing of that photo, and you realize that, hey, if I was actually able to manipulate this photo in post to either the rule of thirds or the golden ratio or even the golden spiral, I think this will look a lot better. And that's what I'm going to show you on how to do this today. So what I want to do is I want to share my screen with you, and I'm going to take you into Lightroom with one photo that I recently took along the California coast. Okay, so here we have a photo of Pigeon Point Lighthouse. I took this photo. It was just outside of Half Moon Bay along the California coast. It's in the Bay Area. And I think this will work as a good example of showing you exactly how we can use the rule of thirds, the golden ratio, and the golden spiral all within Lightroom Classic. So follow me along here. What I'm going to do is I am going to now move this. It's currently in the library module, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here and click on the develop module. So with the develop module, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and, you know what? I see a couple of spots. You see this, and there's a few over here. I noticed it. I don't think I would want to go ahead and export this with those spots. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over and click on the remove tool. And let me just go ahead and check the size of the brush. I'm going to just go ahead and click on the spots that I'm seeing. I think I've got them all. I'm going to click on the drop down here for heal. I don't want to actually heal it. I just want to make it in the generative remove feature. This is really cool. I'm just going to go ahead and click on that, and we'll let the Lightroom take care of that. And so just hit enter. These are pretty much gone. Boom, they're gone. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to click on the crop tool. By default, this comes up. This is actually showing you the rule of thirds, that we have 9 boxes. And the rule of thirds is what you want to do is you want to make sure that you have the subject, which is this lighthouse. You want to have it at the intersection of these boxes. So there's 4 intersections, right? There's the upper right, the lower right, the upper left, and the lower left. And so the way this was shot without any cropping or anything, it's pretty good. Did pretty good job with that. The one thing that I don't like about this is this area over here. Although this is the main focus, it's where your eyes are going to go. I don't really care for this area right here. It's busy. It's a little bit distracted. So although the rule of thirds works pretty good with this, I want to show you a couple of other ways that we could actually fix this composition or enhance this composition. One way is golden ratio, and the other one is by the golden spiral. And so to get there, and this is a neat trick, and I just learned this. I didn't even know this 6 months ago. I'm actually hoping that you may walk away learning something from this video that I'm going to show you. But what we can do is we're going to go ahead and click on this crop factor again. And now what we're going to do is we're going to hit the letter O, because hitting the letter O, we can actually change it into different grid lines. Check this out. So here's one, multiple squares. Another one, which is some, I guess, triangles, some kind of weird designs. This one looks like it's just completely divided down the middle, and horizontal and vertical is just 4 equal sides of a square, and something else that's weird. This here is a good representation of the golden ratio. So take a look at the spacing of these lines. They're not even like the rule of thirds. The right side is a little bit tighter. And now watch this. We can go ahead and do a little bit of editing. We have to really play, and we can use that. The lighthouse is already sitting off to the right, which is great, but I'm going to just fine tune it so it lines up a little bit closer to the golden ratio line. So as I adjust the crop slightly, I want you to notice how the lighthouse feels a little bit more anchored instead of just floating on the edge. But again, we have this area here, which I don't like. And also it has taken away some of the negative space. So I'm going to go ahead and hit reset again, and we're back to it. And now what I want to do is I'm going to take this one step further. I'm going to cycle it again, and we're going to get to the golden spiral. So I hit the O. Whoops, I have to go back into the crop factor. And I'm going to hit the O again, and there's the spiral. And so you see this. I hope that you can see this as I have this highlighted. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate the spiral, and I want you to watch how I line it up with the scene. So I'm going to go in a little bit more, and let's just bring this a little bit in, and I'll bring this up a little bit and go a little bit more. I think that's good. Nice. And you see, I took a lot of the distraction from the right side and got rid of that. And again, I'm going to click on the heel, and I'm going to click on generative remove. We'll let it go ahead and take care of that. Move, and it's done. Oh, I do see a couple of more spots there. So I think we better hit that and hit that. And I don't know why that came back. I'm going to go ahead and hit heel again, generative remove, and we'll let those go. Boom, and much clearer. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is just simply export this to my desktop, and we'll go up and we'll click on File. We'll do an export, And I already have the name here, Golden Ratio Lighthouse, and just put it on my desktop. And let's take a look at the final product. So I hope you found this video helpful, informative. If you haven't done so already, please make sure that you subscribe to this channel. Hit that bell notification as I do upload new videos every Tuesday, and I'd hate for you to miss one. Thanks again for stopping by, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Take care.